Hi, everybody. Marnie Blythe, Full Pocket Coaching. I am a management consultant and business coach, and it's my pleasure to be here with you. Today, we're talking about core processes, which are a vital part of Traction, which is the entrepreneurial operating system. And we work with this a lot with all of our entrepreneurs. So today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the importance of documentation of your core processes. And this is really the tasks that your company repeatedly does, core processes. So there's the systems that make up the foundation of your business. So your business may have a core process for everything for HR, marketing, sales, operations, and more. And it's imperative that your leadership team identifies these core processes and, more importantly, is in agreement on what they are, what to call them, and is committed to following them. And so identifying the core processes is really the first step, but you don't want to stop there. You also need to document it and then teach every person in your company how to follow it. So a lot of times people say to me when I'm working with them, why would we want to do this? Why do we document core processes? And so here's why. Documenting the processes means clearly articulating and recording the necessary steps to completing a particular task in your business. Now, notice that I said steps. So the core processes are not a 200-page, policy and procedure manual. They're steps necessary to achieve a consistent result or an outcome, okay? And it's important to document them because it ensures that your core processes are being handled the same way every time. It ensures that your employees are streamlining their efforts and they're becoming consistent and efficient. It identifies unnecessary steps that you might be taking that cause confusion. It identifies unnecessary steps that were being completed because it's the way we've always done it. I know you've probably heard that in your business. It puts checklists in place. It simplifies the steps to help identify where technology can be applied, and it helps your business to be self-sustaining so it can run without you. Yes, imagine having a business that can actually do that. I know you want to keep listening, right? So when documenting your core processes, less is more. So EOS has a 20-80 rule, which means you document 20% of your process that produces 80% of the results. And the processes actually become your way of doing business. So again, this is going to create consistency. It will reduce anxiety because you know your customers, vendors, and team members will have the same experience every time they interact with your company. This is the reason that franchises run so efficiently. They have documented processes, okay? And they're duplicatable and repeatable. So they really become a blueprint as well for scaling your company as you grow. So how do you do this? There's really two steps that leadership teams have to follow in order to systematize their core processes. So the first is to identify, simplify, and document all of the core processes within the business. And then the second is to ensure that everybody in the organization follows this. So what I usually suggest when I'm working with clients is we schedule an hour or so with the leadership team in order to begin to identify, define and agree on what the core processes are. And the core processes are typically 6 to 10 of these things. And they're similar in every organization, no matter how big or how small. So like we were talking about before, so HR, marketing, sales, operations, accounting, customer retention, things of that nature. So the bottom line is that no matter how many of these things the leadership team identify, everybody needs to be on the same page in terms of what to call them and what they consist of. So doing this again creates clarity, it reduces confusion, and it gets everybody speaking the same language. And we all know that communication within an organization is key to success. So basically, simplifying the processes doesn't just enlighten the leadership team on how they're doing things now, but it helps them to identify possible areas where improvements can be made. And most importantly, documenting and simplifying these processes means, like we said, that you can create a self-sustaining organization that runs smoothly, whether you're there or maybe team members aren't there. So really, I want you guys to start thinking about what are the tasks that you complete over and over again. Follow that 80-20 rule. If you need help learning how to document your processes and really applying this to your organization, I'd love for you to give me a call, reach out, let me know how we could be of help to you. As always, Marnie Blythe, Full Pocket Coaching. Thank you for your time today.